this is quite unprecedented. Yesterday's joint meeting between the executive of both the New South Wales Teachers Federation and the Independent Education Union of Australia was unprecedented. It's never happened before, and it speaks to the crisis in which we find ourselves. Mums and dads are most aware of this crisis because every single day, thousands upon thousands of students are going home and telling their parents that they've missed out on lessons, and in high school, many lessons each day because of the teacher shortage. We have a crisis that the government has known about for years, a crisis that the government has known the cause of for years, and yet they continue to refuse to act on the fundamentals. And those fundamentals, sorry?
And so are the members of the two unions asking for the same things?
Our claims are nearly identical. What we're seeking is a competitive pay for the teaching profession. The government's own internal research and evidence shows us that there's been a dramatic decline in teachers' salaries in comparison to, relative to other professions over the course of the last number of decades. And the government's own evidence says that that is making the profession less attractive. Other internal evidence that has been revealed from the government is that the expectations on the profession are such and the lack of reward is such that it's not offering enough incentive to attract and retain teachers.
I'm going to interrupt you briefly, unfortunately, because time is tight. I understand that teachers are asking for 7.5% in their wage claim. Do you think parents of students, particularly in the Catholic system where they are paying some fees for education, might say that that is a bit steep? I'm not sure whether many people in the economy are currently seeing 7.5% wage increase.
Well, what we're seeking is 5 to 7.5 to be precise, 5% and 7.5 to reward that further experience and leadership positions. With inflation at 5.1% and tipped to rise to 7% as per the Reserve Bank's announcement yesterday, it's hardly an exorbitant amount. Inflationary pressures are not the only issue, though, that are of concern to us. The concern for us is to re-establish teaching as a profession of choice, and to do that, the salaries must be competitive when compared to other degreed professions. And as I said, the government's own internal research and evidence shows that salaries have declined dramatically relative to other professions in the last 20 years.
Angelo Gabriel-Artos, the President of the New South Wales Teachers Federation. We will have to leave it there, but I am sure that we will be talking again to you in the next week or so. Thank you.